Hey everybody, well I just saw a thumbs up, so hopefully that means I'm live where I'm supposed to be, both on Facebook and YouTube. If this is take two, this is take two, so if you're here with the second time, thanks so much for coming back. If you weren't here, then hopefully this time we won't have any audio or filming issues. Before we were having dings in the camera and the camera would quit focusing, and I thought that's no good. We need to do some troubleshooting and start over. So here I am today with the Spooky Halloween suite. Well, we're doing the stamps in this bundle, and then we're doing the dies in a new set. It's called the Jolly Delivery suite of products. This is in the holiday mini catalog. But we're going to do the dies mainly today. So the dies for that one, and I'll show you what those are, and then the stamps for the other one. So we're going to make some Halloween treats, some treat holders, and some gift card holders today, so you can see how to use this die, because it's a little tricky, and I thought you might want some help with it. Plus, you might be thinking about making some Halloween treats. So let's flip you down to my desktop, and let's hope this goes smoothly. Just about tearing my hair out with everything that's going on with my software program to stream with. So we're going to see if we've got all that fixed. So if you are watching live, please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I love the thumbs up I was getting earlier and the hearts, because I think you were feeling sorry for me if you were watching before and it just wasn't going smoothly, so we had to go back out and start over. So now we're going to try it again. As I said, we're using these stamps, and we're using the dies that go with this stamp set. The dies, well, they cut out the critters, plus they also, sorry, I had this all neat and ready to go, but then I had the catastrophe with my videoing, so I had to start over, as I said. But I'm gonna try. I took a few deep breaths, I took a big drink of water, and we're gonna try it again. This die, all these dies come with the Jolly Delivery, so it cuts out all the images as per usual, Stampin' Up, and then it also has this die to make a little box. So I bought this mainly because I wanted this little box die, because I usually make a lot of treat holders, etc. For the holidays, both Halloween and Christmas. So I bought it primarily for that, even though I did think the stamps were really cute and the paper that goes along with it. But we are just going to do these dies today so I can show you how they work. Also, for every comment, I'm giving a prize giveaway this week. I did it last week and it was pretty popular, so I'm going to give away a partial pack of the Paris Designer Series paper, and then a whole pack of the embellishments that coordinate with it. So when you comment, you get a ticket in the drawing, and that goes all the way through Saturday night, and then on Sunday I'll spin the prize wheel and let you know who won, who's getting the prize packet. Okay, so now we're going to make this little box. So this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. There's a little enclosure on the back. I'm going to make it in gray instead of black, because I think it might help you see it just a little bit better. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how this fits. So, well, let me get this back out here. So this die is the circle closure. This is the heart and the star, obviously. So we're going to use the circle for this one. They all work well. I've used them all. I've tried them all. Oops, we don't want that way. The cutting edge needs to be down. This piece of cardstock is 5.5, and it needs to be at least 6.5 long, 5.5 by 6.5. And then you want to make sure that these two dies fit in together, and you don't want one to overlap the other. So I'm gonna tape those down with Post-it tape, and then I'm gonna grab my die cutting machine, and we're gonna die cut this. Whoops, that kind of moved a little bit, so we Let's get that a little bit better, and then I'm going to show you how to do this. I did all the rest of them just to have it done, but I wanted to show you how to do it. So there's no point in me just having it done if you don't know how to do it. That's the whole point of going live. Okay, so let's try it. Oh, I've got some thumbs ups and some hearts. Yay! Hopefully it's going better, friends. Thanks so much for sticking with me or coming back or watching for the first time. I'm very happy you're here. All right, so now the next thing would be to find the clear plate that goes on top. I have one that's more clear than this one, but it's obviously so clear I can't see it. So let's go ahead and run this through. Gonna back it up just a touch. This one's also a little bit warped. I had a new one out today, but in all of the drama trying to get my video to cooperate and my camera, the whole 9 yards, it's hard to tell where it is. We'll find it. It'll show up. Okay. Now this is what we get when we run this die through the die cutting machine. This is so slick because it cuts the whole box. This is complete in and of itself. And I'll show you how it works. Let's go ahead and move this guy over here in the cardstock. And then I'll show you how to do this. Before we actually put this together, we are going to put the DSP on it and do a little bit of stamping. But this is what it looks like. And let's go ahead. I think you can see that better in gray. I don't know. You still can't see it very well. There's a lot of glare on my end of the camera. But let's see. Hopefully you could see it. And when I start folding it, you'll be able to see those score lines a lot better. So let's grab, let's see, hang on, I gotta find all my bits and pieces for this card. I got flustered when all the tech was not working again because I've been struggling with this, struggling and struggling. Oh my gosh, they did an update on my software that I'm using and it's been a super hot mess. So I've already done some of this die cutting. If you have been watching my channel at all, you probably saw the Spooky Sweet Craft Along that I did with my friend Allie. Let's pull out all these little bits here. Where we made 8 projects that she and I created. And, okay, where was I going with that? I don't know. But I thought that was probably in September, or maybe it might have even been in August. I think it was August because all of this stuff came out in August. Okay, so this piece of DSP is going to be the same size on the other projects we're making too. It is, I want to say 2 3/8 by 2 7/8. I'm going to go ahead and lay that on here for now, like so. Okay, now I think I will go ahead and fold up the box. Sometimes it's just easier to put that DSP on first before you start folding. You could do it either way. I certainly have done it either way. So now we're going to do all these score lines. We're going to make this box just as the box is designed to be made. Just going to fold up all these score lines. It really helps your box go together better when your score lines are very well burnished. Cardstock does not like to stay, it does not like to bend. It would prefer to stay straight. So we want it to bend easily for our box. So we got everything. I think I've got all of them. Now let me show you kind of how roughly this fits together. So it's going to close like this. These little tabs are going to go in like this. This is going to fold up like this, and this is going to fold over like this, and then you pull this little circle through. I'll show you how that works. I don't think I got this one scored. Let me try, make sure I have that. Okay, so there we go. Can you guys give me a thumbs up? Oh, I'm getting some hearts. Can you give me some thumbs up if you can hear me okay? I got almost all the way through my video last week when somebody said there's an echo. So let me know if there's an echo. There shouldn't be, but if there is, I want to know about it now. So let me know. You can write in the comments, I can hear you. Or you can write, there's an echo, or hi, Pam. Yay. Donna's back. Thank you so much. Rosemary, hello from Michigan. So nice to have you here. Okay, so I'm guessing that the sound is okay because no one's saying there's an echo or we can't hear you. So maybe we've got that one fixed. Today when I did the troubleshooting with ChatGPT, it led me through a different set of controls on my phone that is not where it headed me before when I was struggling with the sound, and it had to do with controlling what my camera was looking at. And so I hope maybe we've got that settled for good. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been 2 weeks of technical things. All right, now this glimmer paper is called Pastel Ombre Glimmer Paper. It is in the online store. It is on Last Chance, and it's in 3 different colors. Well, 3 different colors. All right. So it's kind of a mix between, I want to say lavender lace. Boy, that's an old one, isn't it? Highland Heather into kind of a peachy color up here, and then the green one is Granny Apple Green to like lemon lime twist, and then this one is a little bit darker. It's blue, so it goes from kind of pool party into a little bit darker blue. This is discounted in the online store. It's called Ombre Pastel. It starts with pastel ombre designer specialty paper or specialty paper. Just type in ombre and you'll get there. Okay, this little house is from the dies in the, I guess I told you we weren't using the Spooky Sweet dies, but that was a lie. The Spooky Halloween, we are using some of the dies from this as well. I've already die cut this. Now, I have a project sheet done because of all the technical things today. I did not get it put up on my blog or in my my Beacon store or anywhere. It will go out automatically to my newsletter subscribers on Sunday. So if you're subscribed, you'll get it. If you're not subscribed, it's free. So it would be a good time to go ahead and subscribe. This piece is 3/4, or like maybe it's 5/8. I think it's 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 by about 2 inches. Let's see. Yeah, 2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to just make this be so it looks like that's a little long. So it looks like it should be more like 2 3/4. So I'll change that on the project sheet. It isn't published yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this off. So 3/4 by 1 3/4. This one is a little under a half. And then it's like, it might be the one, oh, I've got that too long too. This should be like 2 inches, I think. No, this one is 2 1/4. I'll get it right on the project sheet so you don't have to worry. I'll remember it and I'll get it right. Because I'm glad maybe I didn't publish it yet. And maybe I did even have the right measurements on it and I just didn't measure my cardstock well enough. But we'll go ahead. We just want to cover up all those little holes in the die. Whoops. Glimmer paper does not love to stick either, no matter what adhesive you use. You could use mini glue dots. It would probably do a little bit better, but you can see, I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but there's a little bit of sparkle in the windows here. So let's go ahead and trim that. And then we've got our cute little haunted house. Now, before we get any further, let's go ahead and let's stamp and color our little guy here. We're gonna do, I guess I used the kitty for this one, so let me grab the kitty from the stamp set. We'll go ahead and stamp her in Memento. Okay, now where are my ink pads? Here we go. Sorry, I'm probably getting my arm in the camera and all that stuff. So far, so good, right? No freezing of the video, no blurring of the picture. I think my troubleshooting finally maybe got my camera and phone and laptop and streaming program to work together. Lord willing, it's been a trial. Oh my gosh. Tech, it's so great when it works and so painful when it doesn't work. Because I'm here by myself. My husband is techie. He's actually the director of the IT tech for a local aviation company. But he's not home all day during the day. And even then, this is pretty specialized technical equipment, so he'd have to take some time to figure it out as well. Anyway, I think maybe we've got it. I can see that I'm not freezing. I have you pulled up on I have what you're looking at pulled up on my laptop so I can see. I'm taking pumpkin pie blends markers. Then we're going to color this little kitty in smoky slate just to give her a little bit of color. I'm not the world's like most perfectionistic colorer, so I just try to get it done. The blends markers really help. You don't have to be an expert colorer. I usually just come from the wet part of where I'm coloring into the part where it doesn't have any color yet. I'm going to try and make this speedy, so I probably won't do very much shading. Maybe we'll do a little shading under her hats just so you can see what happens when you add a little bit of color that's a little bit darker. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the screen here. So what I usually do is I don't make a straight line. I kind of do up and down little motions like that so it isn't just a straight line, because shadows are usually not straight lines. We'll color her nose, and then I just go back to my light one and just kind of blend that in. So that's one reason, I guess the main reason they're called blends markers. They're alcohol based. And then you can see if I just go from that dark color into the lighter color, it blends in pretty well and just makes a little shadow there. Okay, we're going to call that good. Let's color her little top and her boots and all that. And then we're ready to do the die cutting. We're going to use a lot of petunia pop on this little kitty. I used quite a bit of it in this on my projects today. Is this light or dark? That's dark. Well, that's all right. We'll use a little bit of dark here under her arms. Maybe right in here and under her chin. And then we'll just go back to the light quick and blend that all in. But alcohol markers are so nice to color with, and ours come in groups of two. So you get a light one and you get a darker one. So that automatically gives you ways to shade your coloring in your images if you want to. If you don't want to, you just color the way you want to, and no one knows any different. Okay, so let's make her stockings, both pink and orange. There, that. Oops, wrong end. I like to color with the bullet end. They have a brush tip and a bullet end, but I prefer the bullet end. And then we'll make her little feet or her booties, whatever she's got on, we'll make those dark as well. Okay, so now I've got that. Let's go ahead and die cut our little kitty cat. And then really we're ready to put our whole box together. There isn't much more to it than this. So let's grab the die cutting machine. Now this project is the most detailed of any that we're doing today. So this is the one that will be the most time consuming. But for those of you that really love a lot of detail, then you will love making these little boxes with either Halloween or Christmas. There's a lot of detailed dies in the Jolly Delivery bundle as well. And the stamp set keep moving this. When I try to move my hand away, I move the die. Okay, let's hope that works. Let's grab a little bit of tape. When you've done all that coloring, you definitely don't want it to move. Well, you don't want it to move anyway, but coloring, you know, adds just a little extra time to your projects. And here's my really clear plate. It was laying on top of something and not visible because it was so clear because it's so new. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, that is all. We do have to just stamp our greeting, and then we are ready to put this whole little box together. Now, I'm going to show you later on how easy it is to just go ahead and lost my train of thought. To just make the box without doing all this extra decorating on it. But I wanted to show you, you know, if you're a person, as I said before, that likes to do a lot of detail, you still have plenty of time before Halloween. Even if you haven't ordered this yet, you have time to order it and get it into your collection so you can make these. By the way, if you do put in a $50 order or more in my online store this week through Sunday, I will send you the supplies for all the projects that we're making today. Plus, I'm going to send you the PDF of Allie's and my craft along. So you'll get these 8 or 6. I guess there's 6 projects in here. There might be 2 extra. I should look that up. But there's at least 6 projects of that we did for our craft along that no one got that. That's a $25 value. So if you just buy the PDF, it was $25. I'm just folding up these little tabs so that they connect to the side of the box. The box is about 1/2 inch. So that's my ordering special for this week. The cards, all the supplies for these little boxes, and that PDF for free as a thank you for your order this week. Okay, let's get this guy in here. And I keep on my desk, should have done this first so it could dry, but I keep little craft clothespins. I don't know if you guys have anything like that. I actually have smaller ones, but I didn't grab them ahead of time, so because it does need a moment to dry. I should have probably used just tape today just so it goes faster. But if you're doing these at home, I would suggest, I guess I should have said, if you're making multiples of these is what I wanted to say. If you're making multiples of them, I would assemble the boxes first and let them sit so the glue dries. Now, they do fit. So these are the little Reese's pumpkins. I just got them at Target. They're in the, you know, the bag with the big bag of the mini sizes. So 2 of these will fit in your little box here. Hi, Donna. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh, Donna, you did. And Donna Lathrop, hi, welcome. And Donna, is it Darine or Doreen? I'm sorry, Donna. I really don't know if I'm saying it right. So this is how this closes. So this comes up like this. And then now I'm going to kind of smush my box together a little bit more. It didn't say glued, did it? I didn't give it time. Our other ones I'll just use tape instead of waiting for glue to dry. So there, see how easy that is? That's how easy the box is. And then this holds it closed. So easy. Isn't that cute? And it's such a good design. So let's go ahead and get our haunted house on here and our little spooky witch kitty cat. And, oh, we need a ribbon. I forgot the ribbon. I guess for this box, I didn't do it on all of them, but for this one, I did put ribbon on it. If I can find the ribbon. For those of you joining lately, I was so organized. I came on, was organized, and I was having all kinds of technical issues with my camera blurring, and I had to stop, take down that video, reschedule one, put all the information in. I'm looking for my ribbon. Here we go. So this is my second time here today, and in the meantime, I kind of got discombobulated. All right, we're going to tie around this iridescent, Petunia Pop iridescent ribbon. And this is my over-the-top project with this box die, but I wanted to show you how to do it. So you can obviously decorate it with anything that you... Sorry, I know I'm getting away from... When I'm tying a bow, sometimes it's a little tricky. I think I'm going to just lay it down like this instead of trying to tie it on the top. Then we can move it later. And my nail color is fall because last week and the week before we were doing fall projects, but we switched to Halloween this week. This is probably my last week for Halloween because as I said, I've already done we've done our craft along already, but I thought for some of you that was probably pretty early and you're like, well, I haven't even really thought about Halloween yet. Let's grab scissors and go ahead and trim this off. So that's even cute just like that. You could put a to from on there and you could be done, but we're going to make it fancier. So we're going to put our house here. Let's see. I don't want my dimensionals to be on the ribbon itself, so my house is going to be about here. I think I'll take some mini dimensionals and kind of put them right to the side of that ribbon, right next to it though, because my house is going to go over at least that far, right? Oops, not that high, down further. There we go. And then this side we can do the regular dimensionals. Looks like I'm running out though. I've got more. I never run out of dimensionals. Something I keep well stocked. Okay, so we got this for our little house. Then all we need to do is put our little kitty cat witch on here, like so. And let's see, I think on my first box, gently lift this up. Oops, whoops, pulling off my glitter paper. I moved the house up a little bit in order to accommodate the greeting. So I'm going to just move it up a little bit more than I had it. And then, because we're going to put a greeting down here. Now for this, Kitty is going to go down here a little bit lower. So we'll get her all fixed up with some mini dimensionals on this side of her. And then, let's see, where else do we need some? We've got one right there. That might be good. Maybe up here on this side of her hat. We'll put another one. And now on this side, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive. Let me grab my silicone mat. We'll just put a little bit of adhesive up here. Her little tail. This is a really cute little Halloween set. It's not scary, it's just cute. Take off the dimensional backings. And then we're going to put our little kitty here next to our haunted house. And then let's put on some, how about purple stars? Well, let's do our greeting. We have to stamp our greeting first. That'll just take a moment, though. That won't be hard. So this project is for those of you that you like to be detailed and you like to put a lot of layers on your card or your projects, whether they're treat boxes or cards. But it doesn't have to be, if you're like a beginning stamper or you just don't care to do all of those steps, you don't have to, because this little box is super cute just the way it is. You can put a little designer paper on it and just a plain Happy Halloween. I'll show you, I did do that in one or more of the other projects. Let's go ahead and, maybe I should have started with the simplest first, but as I said, it's been a discombobulated day with all the tech things, and then then my brain doesn't think about what I'm making as much as what could go wrong, which is not the best way to start a video. I always try to get my stamps clean though before moving on, because sure enough I will put something in ink where I don't want it. All we're going to do for this is just 3/8 of an inch by about 4, I think, a little less than 4, and I'm just going to trim this apart. I think for this I'm going to actually angle this just a touch, and I think it'll help it fit on our box just a little bit better. Then we're going to put this guy up at the top here. So I'm going to turn this over. We'll just stick with mini dimensionals for now. We know that those aren't going to show. So I'm going to do 3 here, I think. How many of you make treat boxes? I'm curious to know. Obviously, if you don't make treat boxes, you can just use the same idea for a card. Halloween card. Don't worry. Eat sweets. I don't make as many as I used to make, but I used to make a lot because I haven't done craft fairs for the past couple years, but when I did, I'm not saying I never will again, I just haven't done it the past couple of years, I made a lot of treat boxes, so that's why I think this originally caught my eye, this little treat box. So there we go. Now we're ready for our stars. Let's get some purple stars out here. These are the shimmer stars. Shimmer stars? Something like that. Shimmer self-adhesive, let's see. Shimmer star foam stickers. Shimmer star foam stickers. That's kind of a lot of words to say. They're so sparkly and pretty. I thought, let's put those on our house with our cute little kitty. Let's do maybe a little one up here. And then there are 3 sizes. So you have small, medium, and then the larger one. Let's put this down here. Don't worry, eat sweets. I wish we didn't have to worry about eating sweets, don't you? I'm a sweetaholic. I like sugar. Okay, now I've asked you questions and I haven't checked your comments, so I'm going to check your comments in just a moment. If you're watching replay, you are watching a Facebook Live replay, Facebook, YouTube Live, so there will be some chit-chatting, so just letting you know ahead of time if you hadn't noticed that already. So here's our one made with black. Oh, Kathy Sanford, thank you. Hi, Martha. Oh, no, you're never late. And then this one's with gray. This one kind of helps you see this mechanism a little bit better. But I don't know. I guess they're both cute. I think they're both cute with either gray or black. I know Martha does do craft fairs, or at least she used to, so maybe she'll get some ideas today. Okay, now, the other thing I wanted to show you is, that's the gift box. We'll make another one of those so you get to see it twice. But I've already done the die cutting. We're going to make a gift card holder. So this is a gift card holder I adapted the die to, and there's only a little stamping on here. So let's go ahead and do our stamping first, and then we're ready to go ahead and assemble this gift card holder. I do use a lot more gift card holders for my family because all of our nieces and nephews they're all grown up and they've started families of their own. So usually we do gift card holders both at Christmas, and we usually don't do gifts at Halloween, but say you wanted to give a gift at Halloween. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I want this. Is this what I want? Hang on. I don't even see my sample. I think it was Happy Halloween, wasn't it? Oh my goodness, you guys, my brain is fried because of all the technical issues, but I'm going to try not to think about it. Let's take a deep breath and move on. Okay, so we've got our stamping done on this one. Now I've already die cut this exactly the same way. If you missed it earlier in the video, if you just came on to watch, I showed how to do this as the exact same one. I used the circle again. We're going to use both the heart and the star in the video today, but this is the circle. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, here's the thing you have to know about when you're going to do the gift card holder. So let me grab, this is so old and it's a mess. Probably isn't even good anymore. So if we do the box like the normal size, it's not going to work because it's too big. So this is strictly for treats or small gifts. So if we want the gift card, we want this to be a gift card holder, we're going to fold this a little bit differently. So this time, we're just going to fold the very outside score lines, not both of them. So let's just score those, the very outside ones. And let's go ahead. When I do craft fairs, so I know I'm kind of scattered today, but when I do craft fairs, I sell a lot of gift card holders. People really like them. Now for this one, we're the top and the bottom one, so these are the side ones. We're skipping this inside score line, but then we're going to fold all the way down on the top one. See the difference there, and then this one as well. And we're not folding the one closest to the opening. Gosh, can you guys see that? And then this one, we folded the first one between the two, and this one we folded the outside one, like so. Now, oh, you know what, you guys? I did this wrong. I have to show you how to do this anyway. Doggone it. I wondered why I had this here. Okay, we have to do this a little bit differently. So that's probably just as well, because now you'll see the whole process, and I'll do it right this time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this, but we're going to cut it without the circle in it. So hang on. Let's bring this back, and let's draw this in. Back to the camera. Sorry, I think I moved the camera. All right, now we're just going to cut it without that little extra die in there, because since we're doing the gift card holder, we have to put that opening in a different place, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So, got confused. Today's a confusing day because of all we weren't going to use that word anymore. The tech issues. Now I'm going to not use it again. Maybe. Okay, I don't even know where my cutting plate is. You would think a cutting plate couldn't just disappear because it's a cutting plate. It's not tiny. So now we're going to do something different with this opening here. We're going to take, let me show you what we want to happen. Now we did have it folded the right way. So we folded this outside one, if you remember, and this outside one. Let's score those. And then we did the inside for the center one, like so. Like so. Now, the reason that wasn't going to work is because our closure comes in a different place. Can you see that? So what we have to do is we have to get, let me get this over here. We have to get this opening, this thing that keeps it closed right there. So obviously we can't see exactly like on this side because we can't see through the die. But I know that if I put this die just past this, like this, just past that score line a little bit, that's going to line up the way it should. So probably just as well I didn't have this done ahead of time so you could see me do it. So you know how to do the gift card holder. I'm always looking for gift card holders. So we're just a little bit below that score line. Now I'm making sure it's straight up from the center and then even across, you know, as even as it can be. This is not rocket science, so it can be just a teeny bit off, but not too much because you need those guys to line up. Okay, now let's get back to our die cutting machine. I'm going to put this down like so. And turn it so it will fit just right. Okay, now we're going to go like so. Alrighty, let's get it back so you can see how to do it. Okay, hopefully that didn't move. Let's try it. Now we should have it lined up. Lord willing, my brain is working after all those challenges of today. Okay, you know, it would be one thing if it was just today, but it's been a whole week of issues with my program, my tech program. So, okay, now let's see what's going to happen here. Let's get these little flaps folded up. I didn't take these off. I did watch a couple videos and people took them off, but I didn't take them off because they're really not noticeable, and I feel like they kind of cover up the gift card a little bit, and I kind of wanted that. So if we close this like so and bring this up, we should be lined up, and there we are. See how well we're lined up there? Now let's go ahead and pull out these little guys here, and then this is going to close like it should. But actually, before we do that, and I didn't use glue or anything on this, because if I were doing this for craft fairs, I would not be taking the time to glue it. But what I did do is I cut out the little bat from the from the Spooky Sweet dies, and now I'm looking for my bone folder. Now, on this little bat, what I did so that it would match up with those grooves on the card. Here, let's unfold this for a minute. I'm going to put this right there because that's the way it's going to go. And I'm putting those little bat eyes, I'm lining them up, does that make sense? With this score line that's going to bend. So, whoops, got it curved a little bit. You want the bottom of the bat's body to be lined up as well. So let's try that again. This bat is a little bit more crooked than the other one, so let's try that again. Okay, so I'm just lining it up. I know this is hard to see with those score lines where it's going to bend. Okay, now let's go ahead, and I think what we'll do is we're going to let this sit. We're going to get, no, let's just use mini glue dots. That'll keep it from moving, because we don't want this bat to come off. Okay, so let's do that, and then let's actually put adhesive here on both sides of this little closure type thing, so our bat really stays in place. So this is going to be like this. So our bat's going to go this direction. Probably should have put the mini glue dots on the bat wings themselves. But then you see what's going to happen here, right? And then because this is how the back of my project looks like this. Now for this guy, you can just put a gift card holder in it, but I actually used some Ghirardelli milk chocolate squares. I'm going to go ahead, well, let's see, hang on. Let's put the DSP on the front of this, and then we'll put this whole thing together. So this is going to go up like this. So this is going to be right side up like this. So we're going to take our Designer Series paper. This is out of the spooky, oh, did I not cut this out? Oh, yeah, I did, because remember, this is the long way. So this is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. That's all in the project sheet. That's going out to my whole newsletter list on Sunday. So if you want to get the measurements and the photos, whoops, let's use tape for this. I don't even know where my tape is, but we'll just use Stampin' Seal Plus, even though we don't need a heavy-duty tape for this. And then that covers up those little score lines that we didn't fold on for this side of it anyway. So let's do that, and then we had our greeting somewhere here, yes. Here's our greeting. All right, now let's put our candy in this now. I'm going to fold this up like this. This goes first. Whoops, I got her upside down. There we go. like this. Fold this over, like so. Now, I'm going to try and be careful with this. I'm going to try and not bend my bat wings, which is going to be a little bit of a task. And then we're going to put this whole thing through like that. Makes sense? And then that actually helps to keep it closed. In real life, I would use liquid glue here, so I don't have to mess with those mini glue dots, and it will hold it better anyway. But for the sake of video, I don't like that glue dot showing, though. It's annoying me. You cannot show because you'll stick to something else, mister. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go ahead and put our DSP on the front. I think that turned out cute. I know it's just a little thing, but I was happy with it. Now for the twine for this one. This twine is a set of 2, and it's called gold. Let's see, gold and white and black twine. This is, I think, this is an online exclusive. Black and white and gold baker's twine. Okay. Again, that's listed on my whole list of supplies on the project sheet, so you know everything I used. Now let's go ahead and just wrap this around. I thought it was perfect for this Halloween idea. Let's bring this over here, this over here, and we're just gonna tie. Now I usually, when I'm using baker's twine, I usually tie it in a knot first. But because they're going to open this, we're going to be brave and we're going to tie it without a knot. But normally when you're tying baker's twine, unless something they're going to open like this, because they're going to untie this to get it open, I tie a knot first. It just makes it so much easier to tie the bow. Okay, so we're going to pretend that that bow looks better than it does. Okay, I'm trying. This twine doesn't really love to tie tight, so I pull it several times to make sure it's tight. So just know that that will come. It likes to come undone. This is usually my sharp scissors, but I think I've used it so many times, even on ribbon and thread, that it's kind of had it. Now, in this DSP, I wanted to show you this DSP in case you haven't taken a look at it. There's one whole sheet, well, there's 2 whole sheets of this ephemera. So if you do put in an order this week, you might not get the exact same ephemera that I'm using, but you'll have enough to decorate your projects with and have it be cute. They're all cute, so it doesn't really matter if they're all different or not. No, I think I had one of these bigger vases. I know I have it somewhere, but let's go ahead and take one off of this guy. These come out so easily. Sometimes they just fall out. So I'm going to put this guy across here, give it a little purple color. We'll go back to our dimensionals. Sorry for reaching. What did I do with them? I have a lot of dimensionals here, but let's see what we've got. We've got some that are, let's put that there. Let's put a mini one up towards the top of this guy to keep it that, because this is just, it's kind of between the weight of cardstock and paper. So it's a little more than paper. It's a little heavier than paper, but it's not as strong as cardstock, and I don't want it to bend if I can help it. So just going to put that guy across there. Let's put our Happy Halloween on here. Get our bow out of there. So this one's pretty quick and easy. I have 2 more that are pretty quick and easy. One that's really quick and easy. So I'm anxious to share that with you too, because you might be thinking, well, I don't have time to do all that dinking around when I'm making multiple projects. But trust me, this little box, you can do, whoops, I think I want round ones over here. Whoops. This little box, you can make it as detailed as you want to, or you can make it as simple as you want to, because the box die is a treat holder or a gift card holder just the way it is, with that little adaptation of the closure. So if you're going to do a gift card holder, you just have to remember to do it the way I did it the second time. Happy Halloween. Let's grab, there's a little birdie here, a crow, so let's grab that guy and stick him on up here with some dimensionals. In case I haven't thanked you for being here today, thank you very, very much. It's been a couple of weeks of tech challenges, so those of you that follow me regularly, or at least try to, you come on when I say I'm going to be live, and then I don't show up, or I show up and then I have to get off because something's not working, so I do really appreciate you. Maybe we've got this solved. Hi, Pam. Oh, bless her. Thank you for the hearts, Pam. Pam is one of my dear crafting friends here in Lincoln, so I get to see her in person once in a while. Okay, let's go ahead and there we go. Now, did you know, one more thing that I hadn't done before, but I did do it and it worked. So you can color these white stars. I wanted pumpkin stars for this guy, so I just went in and colored them. Whoops, again I grabbed the wrong end. I like the bullet end, plus I think I actually need to replace my pumpkin pie marker, but I colored a large one, and they're still sparkly, it doesn't take away the sparkle, and a medium, and then a little one. And as I said, they're still sparkly. Now you might think that it covers up the sparkle, and you might not like that, but they do sparkle. It doesn't show as much on the camera, it just shows better in person. But the white ones would be pretty too. I just thought on this particular paper these pumpkin ones showed up a little bit better. Let's go down here with that guy. And there's our gift card holder. You guys, that did not take too long. It would have taken less time if I wouldn't have screwed it up to begin with. But there's our gift card holder with our little bat as a closure. I think that turned out really cute. And this is not hard. There's more steps on it than needs to be. So if you want to simplify it, you just simplify it. So there's our first two projects. One made with a box, and then one made like same die but made like a gift card holder. So there's those projects. Now I've got more for you today because I thought it might be helpful to see these guys in action one more time. So there's our box. Now let's learn our lesson here and do what I should have done to begin with. This one I used the star, but you saw me cut it. Remember, we put this guy up here like this through the embossing machine, and then we just put this guy lined up here with these little notches, and then it cuts our opening. So we're going to make another gift box. We're not altering it this time. We're going to make this be a treat box. So let's go ahead and get this one glued so it has a moment to sit. So just remember, you want to bring up all of your, sometimes I find it easier to just turn it over and then score it from this side when those are already cut. Same with this guy, so I'm just going to bend it up like so, and then score it from this way. Here we go. Just burnish them really well. It just makes it so much easier when you're trying to get your box to fold up the way it's supposed to. Got all that, one more here. Okay. Okay, now, how are we going to decorate this one? This one, we're going to use some of that same Designer Series paper. It's the same size as we did on our first box, so this is this same size, which is, wait a minute, hang on. Yeah, we want to do this first. So, this doesn't have a direction, so it doesn't matter how we put this on. I probably need to take a deep breath. Oh gosh, it's been, and now because I've had issues, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about the recording issues, and now I am again because it still makes me flustered to think about it, but then it makes me, you know, anxious about it before I go live, which doesn't help either. So, according to ChatGPT, I have everything fixed now the way it should be, and it shouldn't be happening again. I cannot find one tape runner. Well, here, we'll use this one again. So, modern technology. You know, I used to just be able to go live on Facebook, and then I could record it to YouTube, and it would stay indefinitely. And now YouTube does not keep our videos up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy folded up so it can, so see how we do that again? Those little tabs all come in like this, and this is going to come up like this. So let's go ahead and put the glue on these outside. These 4 little tabs are the only place you need glue on this. Now for your gift card holder, you don't need glue. But for the little treat box itself, you do need glue here on the tabs. Okay? I could have, actually I should have just used my Stampin' Seal Plus. That would hold it. But I'm thinking longevity. So if you want this to really, really hold, I know they're coming apart, but sometimes you kind of have to get it started and then go back and give it another squeeze. Come on, come on, come on. This one really doesn't want to stay closed today. Well, for the last one, we'll go ahead and use Stampin' Seal Plus, because that's a good one too. I just, for 3D and 3D projects and boxes, I really like to use glue. Okay, so if we let that sit for a moment, it should be good. Give them each a little squeeze again. So that's what the box looks like before we put anything in it. Hi, Kathy Viverka. So thank you, my friend. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, Kathy, your Class to Go kit from last week is on its way to you. Those all went out on Monday, so you should be getting that before too long. Okay, now we've got this. We've got our DSP on it. Let's let that sit for a moment, and let's get our little, we're going to do one with the little puppy today. So we did the little kitty cat, and now we're going to do the little puppy Frankenstein. So we're going to, just grab some scrap paper here. I think this is big enough. I had scrap paper pulled, but who knows where it is. Let's go ahead and do our little puppy dog here. Actually, let's do the punching first. So this is my 2 1/4 inch punch. And I'm just going to punch out basic white. Then we're going to stamp our little guy here. And he's going to go off the paper. So I'm going to just pull out some scrap paper so it doesn't make a huge mess on the screen while you're watching today. Let's go ahead and use Memento Black again. Going to, he is not going to show in his entirety, and that's okay. I'm going to stamp him a little bit to the left on this circle. But I wanted to show you a way that's a little faster than die cutting. So if you just go ahead and stamp him on a circle or something that you can punch, it does make it go faster. Let's go ahead and make him, see, I think he's Frankenstein because he has those little bolts in the side of his head. So again, I'm not going to take very much time coloring, so if you love to color and you have time, then you will probably really enjoy this little guy. All right, let's go down here. Since he's Frankenstein, I made him green. This is Granny Apple Green. And again, this is terrible coloring. I can color better, but today I'm not taking too much time coloring. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see, I guess who doesn't care about his pants? I think his pants are, I think they can be purple because our, whoops. His pants can be purple because our little kitty witch's shirt was purple, so we'll do the opposite with him. Let's make his, am I in the screen? Let's make his pants purple. And then we'll make his shirt pumpkin pie. Oh, let's make his sucker purple too. There we go. I really like Petunia Pop. I think Stampin' Up! Did such a good job with these colors for this paper. Alrighty, pumpkin pie. Let's make this pumpkin pie dark. And go ahead and get his shirt colored. As I said, we're not going to really do shading and all that, but I showed you how to do it a little bit on the first project, so you would just do it the same if you want that variation in color. And I do like the way that always looks, but we're not going to take the time to do it today because it just takes a little bit extra time. Now I have punched out of that ombre glimmer paper. This is the peachy purpley one. I know it doesn't look purple there, but that's what we're going to adhere our little puppy to. I'm going to put him, our Frankenstein puppy, going to go like so. I know you don't see it very well. I should have found more of the purple part. Then let's go ahead and let's put some candy in this one. Let's keep with the Reese's pumpkins because he's got, they're purple and orange, and he's got purple and orange, just like the kitty. So just fit these in, and it can fit two pretty well. And then let's go ahead and seal our box this time with the star. So I'm going to fold these guys up again, and then we're just going to reach this through and like so, okay? Like so. And then that's the way that's going to be. And then we're just going to decorate the front of this. Well, you can see on my sample where I had a darker purple part of the paper, but it's that ombre color, so it has a little bit of sparkle to it, so we're going to call it good. Let's go ahead and put him on our, I think I need to pull another sheet of dimensionals. We'll get him on our box and get our greeting, and then we've got another project done. And I haven't read your comments. I know I asked you if you make Halloween treat bags or boxes or mostly cards, or you don't do either, or you do both. What do you do for Halloween? I always make little candy boxes. I send cards to my family in Colorado because they're big Halloween people. And then I make a few little treat boxes that I have for our neighbor kids. We've still got pretty little people for the most part in our neighborhood. I'm going to put this little puppy kind of to the left because we're going to stamp a greeting and put that down towards the right. And for this greeting, we want no tricks, just treats. No tricks, all treats. Let's go ahead and stamp this guy. And then you get to see several versions of this little box and or a gift card holder. Either way. Let's go ahead. And I'm just going to trim this with my scissors at an angle as well, like we did the other greeting. It just kind of, I feel like it kind of helps them fit just a little better. And then I put this guy towards the bottom here because I kind of had him like he's holding up the sign. You're like, well, we know he's not holding up the sign. I know, but it kind of looks like it. Then let's put a mini dimensional. Oh, that's not my mini ones. I just start throwing stuff on my desk. So it's no wonder I can't find everything. I'll put one down here. And then we'll do the same as we did with the other little kitty. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on this side that's going to go over the tag. So we'll take these off like so. And get this guy down here. Whoops. That's going to show. We don't want that to show. Whoops. Sometimes you can peel them right off and sometimes you can't. We're going to just leave that. Okay, so we'll put this like he's holding it kind of off to the side like that. Then we're just going to make a really simple little bow. Now remember, you can get the kits for all these projects as a thank you for your $50 order this week. Plus, I'll send you the 8 craft along projects with the same bundle, the PDF, not the kit. But the kits are long sold out, but I can send you the PDF with 8 more projects. Both treat boxes, and not this treat box because this is a Jolly delivery, but with our PDF we did, we made our own boxes for those projects. So I'm happy to send that to you this week. You don't need a host code. You get rewards for all your purchases. All right, let's get this guy on here with a mini glue dot that, of course, they've disappeared as well. Here they go. I say disappeared when I can't see where they are. Okay, let's stick this little bow on up here. And now let's get some little stars on this guy. And for this one, let's grab wherever my stars are. Oh my gosh, guys, this is just crazy town. We're kind of living in crazy town today with losing stuff. Well, they'll turn up. On my sample, I put them around here, and then I also used some of the ephemera again from the DSP. And let's just put a little candy corn there. There's multiple candy corns in this, in all the ephemera that comes with this paper. So let's just put this up here like so. Now hopefully my stars are going to show up here in a minute so we can put them on our last project too. But this is what it looks like with the stars on it. So there's one more box. This one's a little faster than this one. And both of these two are fairly fast, but now I'm going to show you the fastest one of all. So we're going to grab one more of our petunia pop boxes that we've already die cut. Let's put these aside for a moment. Here's our stars. Here's our stars. They fell under my computer. We'll put those on when we put stars on this box. All right, here we go. Same thing, only this time I used the heart enclosure up to here, so you can see the heart one. So that one goes like this. Let's go ahead and fold this up. And we'll fold all the score lines again. So you're going to see this. You've gotten to see this folded up and made several times today, and I hope that's helpful because I do know from hearing from some of you that you're a little intimidated with boxes. But believe me, this box, it makes itself. I mean, that's the beauty of the die. So that's why I wanted to show it as an option for Halloween, as well as any time of year. You can make these birthday. You can make them Halloween. You can make them Christmas. You can make them for any occasion. Okay, so that's all good. Let's go ahead and, nope, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to stamp this one. So we're just going to stamp right on the box for this one. I'm going to grab some ink pads here. I'm going to start with, let's get out our basic black. Well, not basic black, but memento black. It's buried in all the treat boxes here. Let me just lip these out of the way for a second. And we'll come back to those at the end so you can see all of them. I'm going to take my memento black and now my little bats. And now there is direction on this. Since this is going to go like this, if you care about the direction on it, we want these bats to look like they're flying off this direction. So, makes sense. Okay, so that's that way. Then this guy, they're going to be up going this direction. So I'm just gonna stamp them once there, like so. Now this, the way our box will close like this, that means this side will be the up side. So I'm gonna turn it back this way. Now if you stamp like any kind of like, you know, texture stamps or something, you don't have to worry about that. And then this is gonna fold up, so it's probably gonna go like that. And then maybe like that. Then we're going to take our little jack-o'-lantern. We're going to do the same thing. So these bats go up and down like that. Now, as I said, if you have things that don't, and then this one goes the same way actually, that don't have direction, you don't have to worry about that. Let's go this way. This is just background stamping. It doesn't really have, let's see, this will go like this. So I think I want at least one little guy there. And then the same way with this one, like so. Okay, so they do go different directions. Now, if you don't care about that, nobody is going to notice that except you. So if you stamp them if you just get your cardstock out and just start stamping any old direction, they're going to look just fine and cute. Nobody's going to notice any different. You know me. If you know me at all, you know I'm so perfectionistic. I don't always like that about myself. I guess sometimes it's a good thing, but maybe not always. Then I'm going to take these little like sparkles, like from a potion. And we're just going to stamp in Petunia Pop. Okay. As I said, this is the fastest of our little boxes. I'm just kind of moving around and making sure I've got some little sparkles everywhere. That's good enough. We'll call that good. You get the idea at least. All right, now for this one, I want to show you something I did, but I'll just go ahead and make the box first so that I can sit for a moment. Now for this one, I am just going to take my Stamp and Seal Plus so I don't have to wait for the glue to dry. And I'm going to put the adhesive right on these little tabs. Now this one, I was kind of thinking of my little 3-year-old niece in Colorado. Whoops, that doesn't want to stick. What the heck? And then this one. Well, it's pulling up the tape. That's one reason I usually don't use Stamp and Seal Plus as much as the other ones, because it does sometimes pull up the cardstock because it's very strong. Not usually, but once in a while, and I don't want to deal with it right now. So I'm going to sticking down mini glue dots instead, just to hurry this up a little bit. Anyway, I was thinking of my little 3-year-old niece in Colorado when I made this one, because she is a big, big fan of purple and pink. I'm not sure whether what rate's higher with her. Oh, you guys, we have to put glue on this. It just will not, doesn't want to stick. So we'll use a little glue on that one. But she's a purple lover and a pink lover. And Petunia Pop's kind of, you know, between purple and pink. Now, if you're commenting, remember that for every comment, your name's going to go on the prize wheel to earn this week's prize. If you're coming in late in the video, I showed it earlier at the beginning. I'm just trying to hold this, and I'm trying to kind of go fast, but then I'm probably getting out of the view. So it's like, well, that doesn't help you if you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, let's do that. Then, you know, just so you know, a couple of Ghirardellis will fit in this too. Not only do the Reese's pumpkins, but those fit in there too. So this is going to go like so. But what I did with this one is I put, I'll show you how I did it, because I think if I don't show you, it might not be clear. So let me go ahead. I'm going to take, I cut a heart out of this sparkle paper. So I'm going to die cut that. Actually, I'm going to do it right off screen just to save a little few minutes. Die cut that. Okay, so now we have this little heart die cut with just the way I did it there. We do have to do a little surgery on this because we have to get this out of the paper because it doesn't cut it entirely. So I'm just going to follow the curve of the heart like so. And then up here we're just going to do the same thing. Just going to follow the little heart, and then you just take it out like that. And then, because I wanted a little sparkle in this for my little niece, because as I said, I was thinking of her. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Oh, I forgot. On the inside of this one, I did put a little panel that says Happy Halloween. So this, I don't think I cut it though, so let's cut it. That's about the right width. Let's cut this here. This would be 2 3/8 inches, just like the DSP. This will be the same size as the DSP. 2 3/8 inches by, no, that's wrong. 2 7/8 inches by, okay, let me think a minute. 2 7/8 inches by 2 3/8 inches, like so. Let's see, did I get that right? Yep, pretty close. Yep, we're going to call that good. Okay, now I did stamp Happy Halloween on the inside of this one because I didn't put a greeting on the outside of it, but I like to always have a greeting. So let's find our Happy Halloweens, or we could do the no treats one again. Just finding my ink pad. Let's do no tricks, all treats. And then because she's a real sparkle girl, she's a princess. So funny because her mom was just opposite. Her mom was such a tomboy growing up. Let's grab our sparkles. I've got ink all over this. Try not to do this because you'll get ink where you really don't want it, but we're going to live dangerously, and I'm not cleaning it. Okay, a few little sparkles. So you can put your greeting for these on the inside too. You don't have a lot of real estate on this one, on this little box on the front. Okay, so there we go. Now let's put in our candy. Now we're going to fold up our box like this, fold our heart out like this. And now I'm going to put my sparkly heart right on top here. I am going to use mini glue dots. Now on my original, I did use glue, but I had it apart and let it sit. But I just want to make sure. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Whoops. 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 Okay, let's try this. Let's see if I can move back to me. I just saw that the picture was blurry. There it came back. I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh, I hope you haven't been staring at a blurry screen very long. I have no idea what caused that. It's been cooperating. Okay, anyway, I think hopefully you've seen most of this. Let's go ahead and put the glue dots down here. And of course this heart will follow be the exact right size because we cut it out. We probably could put a little glue on this. Probably should put a little glue on here just to hold it, and then we'll need to let it sit. But that's all there is to this one. You could do more or less stamping on it than I did. Let's get that held down there. Now, I'm going to, just for the sake of Joey, no. Okay, wrong. Oh, no, that's right. Oh, gosh, I kind of scared myself. I felt like I didn't have it glued down to the heart, but how could I not? Okay, there we go. Now let's fold these up again. So that does give you a little bit more stability for the heart because it's the exact right size. Whoops. Okay, there's our little box. That was the easy version, although I didn't make it look easy, but it's supposed to be easy. All right, you know the drill. What's your favorite project? So was it number 1, number 2, the gift card holder? 1, 2, 3, or 4? What was your favorite today? Now I will look at your comments so I don't miss any. And if I miss them because you're watching replay, I do come back and check them. So let me see if what we've got to say. Oh gosh, I went an hour and 20 minutes. I was hoping to not go that long. Oh, thank you, Kathy. You're welcome. I'm glad you like him. That Franken puppy, yeah, he is cute. He's a cute little guy. He's one of my favorites. It's back. Yeah, Martha, thank you. I have no idea how long it was blurry. I just don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. Either tear my hair out or get a new program. Well, anyway, I like the gift card holders. You like this one, Martha? I like it too. And actually, I'd probably use it more at this point than the little treat boxes because I have a lot of Halloween made already. So, Donna, you love them all. You're so sweet. And Donna, you always hang in there with me for the whole video. I appreciate that. The puppy's cute. The puppy is cute. All these critters are cute. You know, I guess of the dies, I love the little Halloween house, the little haunted house. Hi, Pam. I like them all, but I think the first one is, yeah, because of the kitty. And I like the house, too. I was just starting to say that I really love the little house, too. So, thank you. Kathy Sanford, number 3 is your favorite. Number 3 is this one with the puppy. Is number 3. He is cute too. They're all cute. How can you go wrong with these stamps? And I hope it gave you some ideas and some confidence to use this little box die in case that would be something that you think you might want to try, but you haven't made very many boxes or you're a little hesitant. I hope I made it look easy, although I think I sometimes made it look harder, but my point is you got several tries to see it and see how to do it, and that's what I was hoping for that would be helpful. Thank you so, so much. Thanks for being with me today and all the times that you follow me, and thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, and as I said, all the comments this week will go into a drawing for a prize on Sunday. So don't forget to join me for the Sunday Scoop Sunday afternoon, and I hope I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.